What's up and welcome back to another video, guys. Today we have our very first official set image for a set coming out on May 1st, and that set is going to be set 75399, the U-Wing. Now, without further ado, let's take some closer looks at these images. A quick overview of this set being that it will have 594 pieces, retailing for $79.99 USD. It'll have 4 minifigures being Cassian Andor, K2SO, Daedra, and an Imperial Trooper, coming out on May 1st. Now, this image comes from a catalog that shows off some of the previous sets that we got in the last wave, and I have to say, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I was kind of not sure what to expect regarding the build for this set. Given the higher price and the smaller piece count, I thought it was going to be downsized and a bit lackluster, but this looks to be a pretty good size and still seems to have that little bit of interior that everyone was afraid that was going to be lost in the downsizing, and I'm very happy that that was something that didn't end up happening. Now, looking toward the cockpit, it looks to be a nice printed windscreen, which is always nice to see, and it looks to be tiled off quite a bit. You don't really see many studs other than on the wings, so I think that is very cool, and I think this is shaping up to be a very good build. And looking toward the wings, you can also see the hinge pieces that are going to make it possible for the wings to have the mechanism like on the previous U-Wing, so that's also very exciting. One of the large identifying factors of the U-Wing is being able to move the wings back and forth to the two different positions. I will say one thing that's just looking a little bit odd, and it could just be this picture, is going to be the thrusters in the back. They look a little bit out of place or out of proportion, but once again, it could just be this image, and we'll have to wait until we get some more images to closer look at the build. But overall, I'm very excited, and I think it's looking pretty good, so let's move over to the minifigures. We're going to be getting 4 minifigures in this set, which, yes, some people are a little bit disappointed in because it was rumored that there was going to be 5, but I still think 4 is pretty good. I will say for the $80 price point, it would have been nice to have gotten 5th, but I think the 4 minifigures that we're getting, at least 3 of them are very quality. The first being Cassian Andor, that looks to be in an updated version than his predecessor, and I think it's going to be a pretty cool minifig. You can see that there's a lot of different printing on the torso. However, it does look like the legs do not have any sort of printing or anything like that, but the arm does. I can't tell if it's a dual molded arm or if there's just some black printing or if it's just weird glare, but it does look like there could be some sort of printing or dual molding going on his arm, which would be sick. I think that would add a ton of detail that would definitely be needed if he's lacking any detail in the legs. And he has kind of like a burgundy maroon kind of suit or like jacket on, which looks pretty good, and I'm assuming it's his same face and hair that we got in the previous ones. Overall, looks to be a pretty good minifigure. Next minifigure is going to be K2SO, which is looking to be very good. I think it looks very similar to the previous one we've got, and there might be some differences in the molds to make it a little more sturdy than the last one, but I have to say it looks really good. You can see that emblem on his shoulder as well, which looks very good. It looks very clean, even though this is such a low quality image, so I'm excited to see that. And you also have the printing on the face, and overall, I think the shape of this figure is very good, and I'm very excited to see a new version of K2SO, and I'm curious to see if this is a repeat of the last or if there is some differences in the molding and different shaping. And the most boring one for me has to be the Imperial Trooper. Doesn't necessarily look bad. I think there is some cool detailing there. Unfortunately, most of it is covered up by that shield that he's holding, but I do think the shield is pretty cool. He also has his blaster. I think the black hat looks very good in contrast to the white kind of suit that he's got on, but looking toward, you can't really see the printing on the torso, unfortunately. Nothing on the arms, but it does look to see that there is some printing and detailing on the legs, which is always a plus. This one's just not one that completely interests me, but still should be a pretty cool one to get. And lastly, it looks like LEGO went all out for Daedra. It looks like she has some insane detailing. Starting off, I'm not sure, but that looks like the hat has the hair molded in the back, which would be so cool to get. I always love when LEGO does that because it looks really cool, and I can't tell if that's what we have going on here, but it does look like it, and I would be very excited to see that. Moving on, the torso has some pretty good detailing with the different like collaring going on, and some of the detailing on the belt looks really cool. Nothing on the arms, but that is definitely made up for it by going to the legs. I think these are dual molded legs with printing, and that would be awesome. I think this minifigure is shaping up to be very, very cool, and definitely going to be the highlight of this set for me. And that is going to do it for the image leaks on the U-Wing. I'm very excited for this set. I think it's turned out even better than I was expecting. I think the minifigures are great. Let me know what you guys thought about this set. Let me know if it's one that you're going to be trying to pick up in when it comes out. I do apologize for the low quality of the images. It's just what we had to work with this early on, and I will be first to let you know if we get any more images of this set or any other sets. So if you want to stay up to date on all of the different leaks regarding these set images, make sure to subscribe to this channel and leave a like on this video, and you will be first to know. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe. Drew signing out.